stupid. Pick a side, yeah. Pick a side, just pick a side, stupid. Pick a side. Pick a side, just pick a side, stupid. Pick a side, yeah. Pick a side, just pick a side, stupid. Pick a side. Pick a side, just pick a side, stupid. Pick a side, yeah. Pick a side, just pick a side, stupid. Pick a side. Pick a side, just pick a side, stupid.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. This week we are talking about dads because Father's Day is coming up. So this week's show will be all about dads, fathers. The categories are actually, I think, daddies, papas, dads, pops, and wild dad. So obviously, all of the categories mean the same thing, except for Wild Dad, which is about wild dads. So, be ready for that. We've got some terrific comedians tonight to debate. Thanks all for joining us. I'll just go through everybody real quick and say hi. Hey, Nick Martucci, thanks for joining us. How you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
Great. I love the dad look that you've got going right now.
Yeah, I think somebody needs a dad right now, and I'm here for you. I'll be your internet daddy, not daddy.
Hell yeah.
Immediately
All right.
regretted it.
Tyler Tuttle is also with us. Hey, Tyler, what's up, man?
Hello, Sean. How are you?
Great. Looks like you've got a fine-looking shadow back for a dad.
Yes, for tools and lawnmowers and other dad accessories, a grill, maybe a spatula or propane. It's a really great shed. You can fit a lot of stuff in it. I'm pretty happy with it.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. We also have Sean Rosa with us. Hey,
Hello.
Sean.
Hey,
How's it going, man?
I'm all right. How are you?
Okay. That beard's really coming in.
Yeah, it's this is the longest it's ever been. Basically, it's been a journey.
Are you
with
using
this.
like balm in it and
Nope,
product?
not putting anything in it.
Just letting it grow however it grows.
Yep.
Okay. It's a dad move.
It's a very all or nothing dad style move.
I like it.
Mm.
All right. We also have Chloe Cunha with us tonight. Hey, Chloe, how's it going?
Hello. How's it going?
Good. Any fun dad moments happen today?
Yeah, sort of. My dad chopped down a bush in front of my house. It's a long story because my electricity is out. Well, it's been finicky. It's been a whole saga. I don't know if you noticed a moment earlier. I wasn't speaking, so maybe nobody saw, but my electricity went out for a second. My lights went out, so that was exciting. And anyway, long story short, for some reason, the electrician needed the bush to be cut. The electrician's coming tomorrow. So anyway, yeah, I did actually literally have a very dad moment where my dad was like, "Well, all right, I'll chop down this bush or whatever." So, yep, that happened
All right.
earlier today.
Right on time.
Mhm.
We also have Danya Tromer with us. Hey, Danya.
Well, hi.
How's it going?
Great. I've been having a great time with I'm not with my dad in quarantine, but today he wished me luck on a drug test I have to do for work. So he's very supportive.
That's nice. And wasn't your dad at the show on his birthday, I think?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, we all sang happy birthday to your dad.
Yeah, it was better than any gift I could have gotten him.
It was a good time. And we also have Rachel Dunbar. Hey, Rachel, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
You got any good dad stories to share with us today?
I have too many dad stories to share with you today.
right.
My dad is white.
That's one. Less of a story, more of a fact, I guess.
Yeah. It's a story for me, I guess.
Yeah, true. All right. And we have one final debater, Zach Jones. Hey, thanks for joining us.
Hey, I'm representing the stepdads tonight.
Yeah, you look like you are.
Yeah, I know I'm not gonna be your real dad, but I thought maybe we could be friends. Your mother means a lot to me, and I mean a lot to her. So, you like go-karts?
Zach, I just want to ask you what your handicap is. Like, we're gonna go golf. All right.
Stepdad never tells.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's kick this thing off. Let's get started. Let's ask some dad questions of our comics, and we'll start with Sean Rosa and Nick Martucci. So, hey guys. Sean, you can choose whether you go first or second.
I'll go second.
Okay, so you guys know the rules. I'll ask a question. Whoever goes first can pick the category. And you each get 1 minute to make your case, and then a 30-second rebuttal. And then I will choose a winner who will move on to the next round to face another winner. I'm the only judge. If you guys agree with me, you can give me a thumbs up in here or in the comments on YouTube or wherever. If you disagree with me, you can write boo in the YouTube comments. You can give me the finger in the Zoom meeting. As Danya had illustrated.
I just hate you,
It's all
sir.
right. I feel it. It's all right. And then I'll pick a winner, and the final two debaters of the night we'll put a poll on Facebook, and our audience can decide who wins. So, Nick, you're going first this time, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, which category would you like? You could go with dads, papas, daddies, pops, or wild dad.
Let's keep it classic. Let's go dad.
Dads. Okay. Your question is from Sarah Albanese, and who would win in a fight, military dad or doomsday prepper dad?
I mean, in a fight, military dad would win. Hand-to-hand combat, I think military dad has it. Doomsday Dad wins the war. Doomsday Dad is last man standing at the end of the civilization. But we're talking about a fight here, and you can't take down military dad. He practices beating you every day, so he's going to be able to beat your dad. You know, no remorse, no care for, Doomsday Dad, he cares for his family. He's there to protect you. Military Dad goes for an all-out attack. There's no standing in the way of military dad. You're either getting down or you're getting out of the way. Military dad every day wins the fight.
I'm saying Doomsday Dad because this is the moment he's preparing for his entire life. He's stocked up on freeze-dried foods. He's got a bunker full of dad paraphernalia. This is his moment. Military dad is one of the 4 dads of the apocalypse. He is ready for this moment. There's, like you said, he cares too much for his family to let another dad just come in and dad all over his shit. So, Doomsday Dad till the end of the earth.
No, I think that's the problem though. Is Doomsday Dad, if he was good at fighting, he wouldn't be prepared for the future. He'd be out there on the front line, ready to take on whatever comes at him. He knows he's not strong. He knows he's not able to prepare in the moment. He has to prepare for the future. Military Dad is in the moment, and he's just knocking the shit out of Doomsday Dad, who's going to go hide in his bunker and come out after military dad is dead of natural causes. Just wait it out.
Yeah.
No, you cannot be doing preemptive dad strikes. You have to be on the defensive. You have to be ready and waiting for whatever's coming. You can't just be showing your hand to every dad that comes through. You have to get yourself some solitude and dad up.
Time. All right. Close match here, but I hand the win to Nick Martucci. Huge. Okay. Let's see. Next up tonight, let's have everybody please welcome Rachel Dunbar and Danya Tromer.
Hey, Danya.
Oh.
Hey. So, Rachel, do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second, please.
Okay, Danya.
Can you give me like the variation of dads again? I don't know if I remember the variety.
Sure, yeah. So Nick already chose the dads category, so that's out.
Okay.
But you could still pick from papas, daddies, pops, or wild dad.
We're going daddies. We're gonna be daddies.
Yeah.
So your question is from Katie Ham. Katie asks, would you rather have a sugar daddy person or a sugar daddy candy?
Well, okay, so I think I'm gonna go person here, but they're only paying me in sugar daddy candies, okay? But I have multiple of them. They're giving me so many of them, I cannot open my mouth anymore. My mouth is stuck together with the sugar of sugar. I've never had a sugar daddy. Is that what happens when you eat a sugar daddy? It's like, it's a sugary treat of some sort. Because then I get both money and candy, and those are the only things that you need in life, I would say. I don't want no sex. I want no drugs and rock and roll. I just want candy. And money to maybe buy a Nerf gun or something. I'm a man of simple needs, and I think I've stated my case well. Thank you. Time.
I would like a pack of the sugar daddies, please. But when you open the sugar daddy candies, but when you open the bag, there's a bunch of sugar daddies in there. So when they come out, they're also yummy, but I get a house, I get money, I get a vacation in Jamaica, I get takeout when I want, and then I get to meet a guy in the park and punch him in the face, because that is the real thing that has happened with me. Guys like being punched in the face. I don't know why, but why have one sugar daddy when you can have a bag full of them?
I'm actually against the unethical bagging of miniature sugar daddies. I think there's a lot of problems in that industry that we haven't been addressing. And I just don't think that we should allow for little tiny men to be put into plastic packages anymore. I just don't think it's 2020. Come on, catch up with the times.
You're right. It's 2020. And the way I see it, this is reverse slavery. All right. So my people have been enslaved for the past 400 years. Now it's reparations time. Okay. So I get to put all the white men in little bags. And then when I take them out, they give me money. They give me homes. They give me opportunities and the wealth that my people never get.
Yeah, well, I gotta say that's the best case I've seen laid out for reparations is putting men in bags. The win here to Rachel Dunbar. All right. So next up we have Chloe Cunha and Zach Jones. Stepdad Zach Jones.
Versus
Okay.
real dad Chloe Cunha.
True. It's true.
Chloe, you want to go first or second?
Let's go second.
Okay. Zach, you could pick from any of these wildly different categories. You could go with either Papa's, Pops, or Wild Dad.
I want you to call me Wild Dad.
Okay, Wild Dad it is. So your question is from James Sheehan. James asks, better song about dads, Cats in the Cradle by Harry Chapin or Father of Mine by Everclear?
I'm gonna say "Father of Mine" by Everclear. I don't know this song, but "Cats in the Cradle," no, not. It's not gonna win. Cause it's all about a dad who spends all his time at work, never does anything with his kid, and then his kid grows up and does the same shitty thing. And I'm like cooler than those types of dads, so I'm not gonna replicate that same sort of behavior. I'm not here to I'm gonna take you places. What do you like? Sports? Do you like coloring? I don't know. It's been a while since I was a kid. This is all new to me. But we are going to be in each other's lives now, so you should think of me as the Father of Mine song, not the Cats in the Cradle song.
Okay, I'm fascinated that you knew Cats in the Cradle and not Father of Mine. And I regret to inform you that Father of Mine is also about an absentee dad. And frankly, Cats in the Cradle, a song which I 100% know, is a better dad song because obviously my dad is a cat. And he spends all his time in that cradle. And I say, Dad, you got to get up. You got to chop down that bush. And then he meows at me, but it's cute. So I let him, and then eventually he does it. And then, sometimes he bites my ankles. But everybody's had that happen. Sometimes your dad just bites your ankles, but then he purrs and then it's okay. Look, the point is, my dad is a cat. Which is a very usual experience time.
Listen, I know your former dad was a cat, and I'm never gonna be a cat the way your real dad was a cat. But now that we're together, I can try. You can put out some milk in a saucer for me. It won't be the same, I know, but we can try that. And we can listen to the song that is my choice, that I'm pretty sure, Father of Mine, I'm pretty sure it's by Everclear and not Everlast. And, listen, I'm not good at speeches.
Well, I know you're not good at speeches, but I heard you trying to make excuses last night. Listen, my mom needs a man who lasts, okay? And whoever lasts, in fact. And I know that you're trying your best, but you are not pleasing my mom in the bedroom. And my cat dad, he could, boy, you know what? It's right in his name. See, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there.
All right. Well, we learned that Chloe's dad is a cat. Possibly Pepe Le Pew? Problematic cat, but French, right? So maybe.
Well, Pepe Le Pew was the skunk, in fact, and
oh, that's right. He followed the cat with the
cat
that got the accidental.
My mom is the French one, so she's Pepe Le Pew.
Was there only one Pepe Le Pew?
The gender reversal.
And it was always just a cat getting a paint stripe on its back.
Yeah, the cat got the paint stripe on
That's
its
the
back.
one I ever remember. All right. Well, anyway,
sorry.
with all of that aside, I got to hand the win here to Chloe Cunha.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad I said horrible things.
It really paid off.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jeremy is not here yet, so let's do the. You know what we can do? We can do the no contest questions, and then we can do the first matchup of round 2, I guess. So let's do no contest. These are questions that are not currently in rotation to be used on the show, but one of them will be the final question of the night. And I just need you all to help me choose which one it is. If you're in the Zoom meeting, give me a thumbs up if you like the question, if you want that to be the final one of the night. If you're in the comments, you can write the name of the person that wrote the question. Then I'll know that's the question that you would like read as the final question of the night. Okay. So we have 4 questions to choose from. The first one is from Mike Giordano. He asks, who is your daddy and what does he do? Okay. The next one is from Katie Ham, who wants to know, will I ever meet my dad?
Oh God!
Oh no.
The next one is from Ken Green, who asks, if you magically switched bodies with your dad, like a Freaky Friday type scenario, or vice versa, if you're familiar with that movie, if you're very old like I am, who gets the better end of that deal, you or your dad? And okay, a couple of thumbs up. That one's looking very strong. Okay, cool. And the final one is from Rebecca O'Brien, who asks, if you have a father you've never met, the issues of which may manifest in a slew of promiscuity, and discover that you unwittingly slept with your own father, is it categorized as a one-night stand or a family reunion? People don't want me to ask that question. Okay.
There's
I
just a
also-
lot to get to.
It's a long walk.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So it looks like we'll be doing the third question there, which is from Ken Green. So the vice versa scenario. Do you guys remember that movie at all? Anybody here know vice
Yeah.
versa?
It's on like one of those free streaming platforms right now. Is it worth watching with commercials?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen it since I was like 12, probably.
Okay.
I remember it being good, but I was also a child, so who knows? All right.
The only way to watch it is with commercials.
And as a child.
Or a dad in a child's body.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, let's go on to the first matchup here of round 2, which will be Nick Martucci and Rachel Dunbar.
Ooh.
So, Nick, do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Okay. Rachel, you can choose from, well, we'll just open it back up to any category. So you can go with dads, papas, daddies, pops, or wild dad.
Which ones haven't we done yet? We did daddies, right? We did dads.
We haven't done,
Did.
I think we haven't done papas and pops.
All right. Let's do papas.
Okay. So your question is from Sarah Albanese. She asks, would you rather your dad call you princess or baby girl?
I think it would be very weird if my white dad called me baby girl. So I'm gonna go with princess because that is what I am. I am an African princess. There you go. Go ahead, Nick.
Here's the thing. If my dad is going to call me princess, he better be a king. If he's not a king, he is building himself up to be another thing he is not, thus leading me to disappointment in the future. And I'm not having that again from my dad. No, he calls me baby girl because he calls me two things he can promise that I am. I am baby, I am girl. I want my dad to be honest with me about how he feels about me, about how he feels about himself. He was able to produce a baby girl. He would never produce a princess. I would not give my father that kind of credit. Time.
Well, my dad did not produce me because I'm adopted. My parents could not have children, so they should be grateful that I came into their lives. So, and therefore, they should be praising me and not saluting me. Anyway, this to me because thank you. Because I am the reason that they are happy and that they are living and are alive. It doesn't mean that they're kings and queens. That just means I am the princess of the freaking house. And actually, this is my birth name. My birth name is Princess Diana. So they're actually calling me by my birth name.
Dad.
Here's the thing. I am not here to celebrate a society based on royalty. That is not the society of the people that we need right now. I am not going to be the people's princess. I'm going to be the people's baby girl. I'm going to be a leader from the inside. I'm not here to rule over you all. I don't want that responsibility, and I'm not a member of the bourgeoisie. I'm not here to be taken down. Call me a baby girl. Let me prove myself.
Time. All right, that was an impassioned speech, Nick. I gotta hand you the win. Nick Martucci heading to the finals here.
Good job, Nick.
Also,
Good job, baby girl.
bowing.
This princess was
Nice
wrong.
job.
Oh yeah, bowing.
I got what you were saying, and it was fun to watch you. It's always
I
fun.
want a monarchy.
Yeah. Forgetting words is fun.
Okay. Hey, while we wait, because we gotta find out who's gonna face Nick in the finals. It's gonna be
A little bit.
between Chloe and somebody else to fight it out for that. But while we wait for Jeremy Pearson to get here, who should be here soon, why don't we do a matchup with a couple of people that already went once that aren't fighting for the final spot? So we could have Zach Jones and Danya Tromer fight it out.
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay.
Just two stepfathers having fun.
Well,
What kind of
Danya,
lawnmower you got?
A big one.
do you want to go first or second?
I will go second.
Second. Okay, so Zach, you tell me the category and I'll read you all the questions and you can choose which question you want. So you could choose from dads, papas, daddies, pops, and wild dad.
I'm sticking with Wild Dad.
Wild dad, okay. So let me know which one of these questions you would prefer to debate with other stepdad Danya Tromer. The first one is from Shelley Grunberg, and she asks, should a man who has never bought me a meal be allowed to ask me to call him daddy? The next one is from Katie Ham, who asks, which is a creepier dad move, taking your daughter to a daddy-daughter dance or pulling a shotgun out when meeting their daughter's new boyfriend? And the final option is from Sarah Albanese, who asks, your child yells, I hate you, and slams the door. Do you take the door off the hinges or understand they are simply a hot-headed teen and parenting is hard? Which one of those do you want, Zach?
I want the last one.
Okay, so your child yells that they hate you, they slam the door. Are you going to take it off the hinges or are you going to be more understanding?
No, hell no. Taking the door off the hinges is for the real dads to do. You know, I'm gonna let you slam the door. I was a wild child myself. You know, hell, I hated my old man, socked him right in the face, and then headed out the door one day. You know, all I had with me was a bag of laundry and some dreams. Got a job installing above ground pools. I turned out all right. You don't need the hinges off your door. You just need some time. Figure your stuff out. You'll figure this stuff out on your own. You can slam the doors as long. Listen, I want to take your mom somewhere special tonight, and you know, and what I'm getting at is that somewhere special is in the house. So if I give you like $10, can you fuck off to the movies for the night?
Okay, so I'm taking the door off the hinges because as a stepfather, I need to assert my dominance and have this kid hear me fucking his mom at a speed of 60 miles per hour. Just goddamn turbo thrusting, okay? I need him to, wait, is it a daughter or a son? I don't know. This child will know my power. Okay. Also, I'm sick of this kid torrenting movies from Putlocker. Verizon keeps calling me. Okay. And if the door's open, I can keep an eye on that. All right. I don't care if you're not my blood. I will hurt you.
You're gonna get mad at the kid for stealing some movies from the internet. Hell, when I was that age. When I was that age, I would steal real movies from the Blockbuster. They had my face up in all of the locations in the tri-state area. You know, these kids just gotta grow up. They gotta figure their own stuff out. You can't, you know. Maybe if they're that high strung, just sneak them a beer. Their mom doesn't have to know. You'll make it up to her later.
Sorry, but I don't want this child's face up in all the blockbusters, okay? I want this kid's face up in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for writing a song about how they were traumatized when they heard that their mom was fucking this guy at 60 miles per hour, okay? I'm gonna make a star out of that kid. Trauma breeds talent. Thank you.
All right. Well, I think you're both winners. I can't possibly choose. So I'm just
The
gonna say,
real winner is that kid's mom.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Just a battle of the Jersey stepdads.
well, I think
How many miles per hour was that? 60?
60.
60. 0 to 60. There's no wind up. There's no
Exactly as
No
fast
wine,
as the
yeah.
Aerosmith rock and roller coaster in Disney.
the same audio too.
It's exactly the same
Yeah.
as the Aerosmith rock and roller coaster.
Yeah. The room is very dark. It's there. It's weird. It's weird.
You might throw up after from
You
dizziness
most
too.
likely will. Yeah.
My sister gets scared and makes me leave before the ride starts.
There's a little video ahead of time that explains what's going to be.
all right. Well, Jeremy still is not here, so I guess we'll just put him in a matchup later on, but we won't have him in the bracket, I suppose, and we will move Tyler ahead. Tyler Tuttle, you won your first round, Tyler. How about that?
Oh, shit. Now my internet? Am I back?
I got you.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
you're on
my internet just pooped itself at the worst time.
Oh.
Well, so you'll be going against Chloe. So it's Chloe Cunha and Tyler Tuttle now to see who goes to the finals.
Heck yeah, default. My favorite kind of victory.
You get a first round bye.
Yeah.
Chloe, do you want to go first or second?
Let's go second again. Yeah.
Okay. So, Tyler, do you want dads, papas, daddies, or pops?
Let's hop on Pops. I've been waiting to say that for a long time, so I'm glad to get the category.
Yeah, this is the first time somebody's chosen the Pops category.
I know. I've been waiting to use that really bad line for the entire show.
Okay, so this question, I love it. It's from Katie Ham, and Katie wants to know Walter White from Breaking Bad or Hal Wilkerson from Malcolm in the Middle, both played by Bryan Cranston, of course, both dads. Which one's the better dad? Which one do you want?
Oh, well, that's really easy. Hal fucks like constantly. It's 90% of what he does on the show. There's like multiple episodes where Lois is like, "Hey, you love me too much. Stop." And he's like, "All right, but I want to fuck you 24/7." And Walter White is ridden with cancer. He can't fuck for shit. So off the table. All right. So that he's also, I don't think Lois ever cheated on Hal, but Skylar cheated on Walt. She fucked Ted. That was something she said that was a devastating moment in Breaking Bad. So 2 counts against Walt, no counts against Hal. Hal also had 3 kids, and Walt only had 1 kid. I'm not going to talk about like whose kids functioned better, but we've seen the shows. So tie.
Okay, well, listen, we've already established in this show that trauma is gonna make those kids rock stars. So, Walt Jr., he's gonna fucking rock it out. Look, I know Walter White is a bad dad in some ways, but he is a provider. You know, he provided a lot of things. He provided a lot of money. He provided drugs. Again, a lot of trauma. He provided a lot of cereal. Remember how much Walt Jr. loved cereal? That was a weird meme that was around for a while. But Walt Jr. is gonna make the most beautiful power ballad about his intense feelings with his father and trauma and how much he loves cereal. It's gonna be so good, and he's gonna win like a Grammy and a Pulitzer for some reason. There will be a book adaptation. You know, it's whatever. Art is fluid. And for that reason alone, Walter White, and plus he dies at the end, so that's great. Like I don't want to, you know, just he fulfills his function and then he goes. It's perfect. It's everything you want. You know, and that way his son is less sad when he dies because he was a piece of shit. So, you know, I don't know, it's a positive. I'm just saying, it's a good dad.
All right. All right. So Hal lives presumably forever because the series never ended, which means he's banging Lois into her golden years. That is when she's postmenopausal. He doesn't have to wear condoms anymore. Walter White always had to wear condoms. That makes Hal the better husband. Also, Malcolm gets to be like a great president, and like fucking Walt Jr. gets a Grammy. Who gives a shit? Like, oh boy, a Grammy against a president and whatever Reese and Dewey do.
All right, well, we don't shit on the arts on a podcast, the ultimate achievement of art. I'm just saying, I don't think that. Oh, yeah, because presidents have done a lot of good for this country lately. Yeah, sure. Okay. All right. I'm just saying, I think it's way more worthwhile for Walt Jr. to have his fucking awesome power ballad. And plus, look, we're not talking about best husband. We're talking about best dad. And even so, let me just point out, Walt had a mustache.
All right. Yeah, a lot of solid points there all around. I mean, I feel like you both nailed it. But I got to hand the win to Tyler Tuttle.
Thank you.
We should have talked about my dad being a cat again.
You gotta go cats or no condoms. One of the two.
Yeah, if you have both, it's unbeatable.
Yeah. That's the ultimate dad.
Well, cats do have barbed penises, so you probably want a condom, to be honest. But whatever. That's just. Sorry to tell you all about that. Sorry, I'm gonna stop talking.
Time. All right. So we got our finals coming up here. So it'll be Tyler Tuttle versus Nick Martucci. So, Tyler, do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second, please. Thank you.
Okay. So, Nick, your question's going to be from the no contest category. It's the one that everybody voted on earlier. So, it's from Ken Green, and Ken wants to know if you magically switch bodies with your dad, vice versa, Freaky Friday type scenario, who gets the better end of that deal, you or your dad?
I think my dad gets the better end of that scenario because what I end up with is a mortgage and my dad's wife, and I don't think that's fair for me to deal with either. I think my dad gets to be thrown into a situation where he doesn't have to do shit. He can sit in his bed on a Friday night and bullshit about dads. I have to try to work, maintain a family, figure out why I'm not talking to me. That's too much. I don't want to deal with, and I have to have my dad's shitty body. He can have my shitty body. They're both shitty, but mine's younger. Time.
All right, so I am clearly getting the better end of this deal. 1, my dad owns property. 2, fucking I get to go through the magic of divorce without having to deal with all that marriage shit. Because I'm going to be old and I'm not going to want to bang my mom. So I'm going to have to get divorced. And then I can get all those daddy issues as well as fellow divorced people. And I can live the bachelor lifestyle in my property that I never earned. And like, that's it. It's the ultimate baby boomer dream. I just get to transport to a better life immediately. And I'm in the better spot. That's all I have. Thank you.
See, I feel like the situation presented seems like the baby boomer ideal, and with the millennial mindset, we realize that the baby boomer ideal is bullshit and it's terrible, and you're in debt till you die. And I don't want to have to deal with any of that. I'd rather die before I go in debt. I'd rather stick around as me. And I don't want me as a son. That's a real shitty deal for me. Having to have this be of my loins, that's such a shit deal. Fuck that. No, my dad gets a real good deal getting to try to redo shit again. I have to end time.
Guess what? Debt till you die means you get shit you can't afford, and then you don't have to pay it off because you're dead as hell. I've also been saving a trump card. My dad has hinted through several jokes at family events he's been vasectomized as fuck, so he also don't gotta wear condoms. So I get to be in my dad's body, dropping some seed-free loads, living my best life, being a divorcee. I got the tan line. It's gonna be great. I hope this happens. I'm gonna.
Time. Okay. Oh, God.
Woo! See?
Upsetting. But you guys watching now can vote on who you believe won that round. Who won the night? You go to the Facebook group, pick a side, stupid, and there should be a poll right at the top of that group where you can choose either Nick Martucci or Tyler Tuttle as the winner. So go in there and vote right now. And in the meantime, we'll do a couple more debates to give you a chance to vote and to just enjoy ourselves a little bit. So, let's. How about if we have maybe Sean Rosa and Rachel Dunbar for a debate here. Rachel, do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second, please.
Okay, so Sean, you tell me the category. I'll read you all the questions from it. The only one that we've already read them all from was Wild Dad. So you can pick dads, papas, daddies, or pops.
Let's go daddies.
Daddies, okay. So you have 3 options that you can choose from. And the first one is from Tyler Derniak. He asks, if someone calls you daddy in the bedroom, are you required to call them son, daughter, or kiddo? The second question here is from Ken Green. He asks, you bust in on your dad cheating on your mom or other dad. Do you express your disappointment or go straight to blackmail? And your third question is from Stephen Archer. And he asks, what's the sexier dad look? New Balance sneakers with grass stains or t-shirts tucked into cargo shorts?
I think I'm gonna go with the second question.
The second question. So you catch your dad cheating on your mom or other dad, and do you express your disappointment or go straight to blackmail?
I express my disappointment because it finally gives me the opportunity to tell to my dad, look, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. You know, if I was mad, I'd be blackmailing you. I would be, you know, getting this back to mom or dad 2, or you know what? He's probably dad 1 at this point since you've really fucked up here. So you've lost your gold medal dadness. So you know what? Disappointed. I'm probably not gonna talk to you for a while. You should go to your room. Actually, you know what? You should leave your room because your room is where this all happened. You should take a walk, pal.
Time.
Oh, I am all about that blackmail, baby. Because they'll
Yeah.
finally get the pony I always wanted. There you go. So you and Mr. Bannicky getting it on. Now I'm getting Mr. Flufferson. There we go. Blackmail, baby.
I don't need to I don't need to blackmail my dad to get a pony. You know what? My dad, he understands shame, and he understands that, you know what, he's gonna have to win back a lot of trust here. So you know what? He'll get me 2 ponies. 1 for me and 1 for dad 1.5. Time.
The last thing I want to do is go on a horseback ride with the guy that fucked my dad. That is going to be one awkward trail ride. My dad is pretty strong and forthright, so I'm going to have to use some pretty serious blackmail here because I do not want to go horseback riding with the guy that fucked my dad.
Time. All right. Well, hey, you're both winners, and so is everybody that watched that debate. So
I like that, Rachel, that your dad is gay in this scenario, because I don't think the question necessarily stipulated it. I don't know. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know. You heard it wrong. I was just like, all right. Bye, Dad. Represent.
Ah,
Listen, it's Pride Month, so you know what? We gotta shout out the gay dads.
Right.
So
Hey,
we got
daddies
time for
represent.
another debate here. Why don't we go back to stepdad Zach and and we'll do a rematch of the first round. And Chloe Cunha and Zach too. I want to read more of the questions. We got a lot of good questions from people this week, so I'm trying to get through them and have as many good debates as we can, and then we'll read the final vote. But Zach, do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Okay, so Chloe, I'll read you every question from the category that you choose, and you could choose dads, papas, or pops.
Ooh, let's go with papas.
Papas. Okay. So you have three options for a question. The first one is from Shelley Gruenberg, who asks, should my dad let me borrow his gun to make a TikTok? Yes or no? The next one is from Jason Burrell, who asks, better Papa Gino's or Papa John's? Your final option for a question here is from Steve Albert, who asks, your dad is clearly too old to drive, but you don't feel like running him around on errands all the time. Do you teach him to order things online or put him in a home?
Okay, let's go with the Shelley Gruenberg TikTok question.
Sure. So should Kelly's dad let her borrow his gun to make a TikTok? Yes or no?
Absolutely. Listen, we're all indoors. Clout is the only thing that matters right now, and she's got to get that gun clout. She's got to get that TikTok gun clout. Does Shelley know how to operate a gun? I don't know. Am I concerned for her safety? A little bit, but whatever idea she has, I'm sure absolutely requires a real gun that her father has. And honestly, if he doesn't lend it to her, he is an unsupportive dad. And, you know, okay, it's true that that might lead to her being a rock star, as we've already established, but that's played out. She wants to be a TikTok star. I say, give Shelley all of the guns. And I want to see what happens. I want to see the magic. I hope I hope the TikTok is beautiful.
You know, listen, you know I don't like to do the dad thing when I don't have to, and I don't like having to do this, but my gun's not a toy, and I'm sorry, I can't let you. You know, you want some beer? I can give you a beer. I can. You want to drive across the state lines, go get some fireworks? We can go get some fireworks. We can do that. You know, I knew a guy back in the 70s who sold Quaaludes. We can call him up, see if he still does that. We can have some fun, but I can't let you do the thing with the guy. I don't even know what this TikTok is. That doesn't make any. And he said, you know my buddy Dave, the one with the truck who comes over sometimes. He was a kid playing around. He's got a bullet still right there in his foot from that. He doesn't, you know, he pulled out most of it, but there's still some shrapnel in there.
No,
Shrapnel?
Shelley's dad. No, Shelley's dad. Shelley does not want fireworks. She does not want to hang out with your friend Dave, okay? Shelley wants to use the gun so she can make her TikTok. And frankly, Shelley and not me Shelly, whom is not Shelly. This is not me transferring to somebody else. Shelly is really frustrated with you right now, Shelly's dad. Okay? And I just don't understand why you gotta do this shit. Why you can't just let Shelly use your fucking pea shooter for a goddamn tickety-tockety, okay? Just let her do it. God damn it, Dad!
Now, I think I got this TikTok up now, and I think I get what you're onto now, because apparently something that's trending is the kill your stepdad challenge. I don't think so. We're not doing that. I don't know. I don't care how many hits it's gonna get. We're not doing that video. But if you do it against my will, put some Steely Dan in the background. That'll sound real cool.
All right. Well, hey, I think that was a great round, and you're both champions.
Props to Chloe for using her environment.
I genuinely startled my mom. She's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "No, it's for a bit. I'm sorry."
And Mom, I'm just making a TikTok.
Making a TikTok about
Very
Shelly.
glad my parents couldn't hear me.
Okay. So we got. I can read the winner, but hey, we got a couple questions that I could still read here. So I guess I'll just read them, and if you're in the Zoom and you like a question, you want to answer it, just raise your hand, and I'll pair you up with somebody else that raised their hand, and I'll just read these questions. Okay. So this one's from Katie Ham, who asks, would you rather have a dad who tries to be cool and smokes pot with you and your friends, or a really strict dad who tells you not to use drugs? Nobody wants to answer that one. Okay. What's more upsetting, that your dad never cries or that your dad always cries?
Oh no!
Someone has to do that one.
Yeah.
Nobody wants it. Nobody
I'll
wants
take any side of.
So real.
Tyler, okay, Tyler and Sean will take that one.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well, let me read these other ones. We'll come back so that people can choose these as well if they want. So this one is from Kelly Christine, who asks, would you rather your dad actively and constantly be on the watch for your exes in a mission to physically harm them, or casually and loudly maintain a friendship with them, both in person and on social media?
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, let me know if you want to do it. You got your chance. Your choice.
Sure, I'll do it. I mean,
We got 3 questions left. So Chloe, I'll put you down for a maybe on that one,
Sure.
unless you like one of these other ones better. So we got 3 left. This one's from Wayne Maston, who asks, better cartoon father for you to emulate, Goofy or Popeye?
Popeye's a dad?
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sweepy.
I didn't know that.
Popeye's a dad.
Popeye
I remember that.
Popeye fucked. That's what I know now.
I knew it, but
He ate a bunch of spinach, and then he fucked olive oil.
All right. This one's from Joe Buckley, who asks, who is more miserable, divorced dad or married dad?
okay, I'll take that one.
I
I'm
could
in
do
it.
that one too, to be honest. I don't know. I could do almost any of them. They're
Okay.
all fun.
We got one last one here, which is better Marvel dad from the Marvel universe, Professor X or Magneto? So
Magneto's a dad too? How did I not know that?
Magneto is a dad.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. They're both metaphorical dads.
Yeah,
I
I
see.
think.
I see.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
both
Scarlet
dads
Witch
to
and
their
Quicksilver
followers.
are his kids.
Wait, really?
Didn't
I
know
guess-
that.
Yes, in some of the Marvels, I think.
Huh.
Okay. So we got two debates that we're gonna do here. We'll do Sean Rosa versus Tyler Tuttle on the. This is the one about the crying, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is from James Sheehan, and so Sean, let's say you're going first here.
Yes.
Okay.
So your question's from James Sheehan, and he asks, "What's more upsetting, that your dad never cries, or that your dad always cries?"
Oh, that my dad always cries because I always cry. And if my dad and I are both always crying, like who's gonna console who? You know, it's like we have to have that. You know, you have to have somebody to pick you up, but you can't pick somebody up when you're down. You know, especially when you're a dad. I don't want to have to. My dad's consoling me about like how I don't have any friends in high school, and now I'm consoling him because he doesn't have any friends at his job. No. Dad, stop crying. It gets better.
All right. What does misery love? Company. Me and my dad are going to have tear out sessions. We're going to build a tent out in the backyard. We're going to hug each other. We're going to cry, and it's not going to be embarrassing at all. You know what's not embarrassing? You know what is embarrassing? Baring your heart to your father and having him stare you stone-faced like a goddamn sociopath. All right? If I'm expressing feelings, I want tears because my life is a tragedy. Nothing but bad things happen to me, and cry about it, Daddy. Thank you.
No. If there's one lesson a dad has to pass on to their child, it's that you store your emotions inside and let them kill you slowly. That's what you have to do. You know, that's all. You know what? There's no crying in dad ball.
A 21st century dad has to be comfortable with all of his emotions, all right? Tear ducts are there for a reason. You have to feel something and you got to squeeze it out of your little eye sacs, all right? Dads are meant to cry. And it's more embarrassing to deny that. Thank you.
All right. Well, I think you both won this round. It is an exact tie. And you can either cry with your dad about it or not cry, depending on.
I can't wait.
the dad.
He's watching Grays. He's super sad right now.
Okay. So we got one final debate left. It will be between Chloe Cunha and Danya Tromer. Danya, we'll have you go first since you yelled out that you want to debate this one.
Okay. Well, here's
So your question's from Joe Buckley.
Okay.
And he asks, who is more miserable, divorced dad or married dad?
So my divorced father once told me that the only friend he has is his dog. So, I think it's a real clear answer here. I feel like we can't really. You know what my dad once said to me? He said the only thing I had after the divorce was my dog, and I said, "Dad, you had custody of me," and he said, "Okay." That's what that is. All right, that's what I would say. That's an upset man. Did my dad hate my mother? Yes. Does my dad hate life more now? I couldn't tell you. Maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna say my divorce. But the thing is that now he's able to own a greyhound. My mom was allergic to dogs that shed, So, he's a little bit happier now with that greyhound. But besides that, my dad, probably sad. Let's say divorced dad. Very sad. I need to get that off my chest. I'm sorry.
That's fun. This is an interesting question from a legal perspective because my parents are technically separated and not divorced. So yeah, well, I'm gonna go ahead and say my dad's sad too. Oh no, I don't know. Yeah, married. Is that what we're going for? Married dad is the sadder one.
Yeah, that's
Can we just agree that all dads are sad? Can we just reach that conclusion? It's so sad. They all need therapy. Dads go to therapy challenge 2020. Yeah, I don't know. Oh boy, I feel like a club comedian right now. Like, oh, being married's miserable. Blah, blah, blah. Am I right? Blah. You can't live with them. You can't live without them. Can't live with yourself. I'm so sad.
Is that okay? Let's see. My dad. I'm getting really personal here. Is the problem. I've been very personal about this, but my dad's apartment has a Lazy Susan in it. Like like the lazy I feel like that's the saddest kitchen fixture. Is a lazy, like if you're a divorced dad, you have to have a Lazy Susan in your apartment. There's not a single person who lives in my dad's development who's married. Everybody's just divorced. I feel like he's just constantly surrounded by people whose lives didn't go the way they wanted them to. So that's got to do something to the psyche. So
I feel like I should know what a Lazy Susan is. It's one of those words I've just heard a lot, and I'm like, I feel like I know what that is, but I don't. Look, all I know is my dad sends me a lot of emails, and no one ever responds to them. And they're always. The other day he sent one that was like, just like a. I guess he reads like The Advocate, or it was like one of those gay magazines, and it was like, this gay guy's like Trump rant is amazing, and I was just like, why did you send me this? Anyway,
Yeah.
at least he's got good politics.
All right. Well, you're both fantastic. I think you both won, and I feel like I also learned a lot that round.
That's what this show is about. It's about learning.
Yeah. So, looking at the Facebook poll right now, and the votes are in, and our winner for this evening is Tyler Tuttle.
Thank you very much. I want to thank my dad mostly for being vasectomized. I assume.
Congrats. Good job.
On him.
Thanks everybody for doing the debate tonight. Thanks everybody that's been watching on YouTube or Facebook or wherever. And we'll be back next Friday and every Friday at 7:30 doing these shows here on YouTube until we are allowed to do them in public with people in person. So hang out with us again next week, please. Sarah's gonna outro the show now with the music and everything. If you guys want to hang out in the Zoom, we can all say goodbye after. Goodbye.
Pick a side, yeah. Pick a side,